Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tax Sale Starters. I'm Carlton Hoskins, and today I have with me Brian Sidesticker. As always, he brings the most insight into tax deed and tax lien investing. Some of you out there may have some experience. You may already know a little bit about tax lien investing, or you may know a whole bunch about tax deed investing. What we want to do is talk about some of the scenarios that you might find yourself in when you're doing tax liens and tax deeds. And we want to answer some of those questions. And Brian's team has been fielding these questions for months. So we want to bring these questions to you all. Why are there $1 million lots being auctioned off at the tax auction for just $5,000?
It's specific to certain states. The state that I was actually talking to an attorney about this the other day is South Carolina. And really, I don't think South Carolina is alone in this, but some states are different in how HOAs interact with tax deeds. And what I mean by that is typically HOAs are superior to tax liens. Sometimes they're not. Also, sometimes HOAs aren't as big of a deal. And what I mean by that is HOA fees in some states or some areas as opposed to others. But in this particular instance that you mentioned, Carl, an investor had gone to an auction and saw all of these beautiful lots in this, in a neighborhood that is multi-million-dollar mansions in this neighborhood, and the lots are selling for $5,000, and the investor was thought he had struck the gold mine, and maybe they would, right? It definitely leads that if it sounds too good to be true, doesn't mean it's not, but certainly you need to do your research before you spend money. In this case, the investor had purchased several lots in this neighborhood. And in South Carolina, you're buying that deed, and then it's got a year redemption. You got to go through the process. Well, at the end of the day, when you get title to the property, he was then mailed a bill for over $100,000 for each lot that he purchased, and that was the HOA initiation fee. So in the end, he had inherited north of $500,000 worth of fees that now he was responsible for. And I actually don't know the end result of what happened in that instance. I don't know, because I believe you're on the hook, right? You can't get out from those fees. And so I don't know how that ended up, but it's certainly a prime example of knowing what you're buying, making sure you research what you're doing, and simple things like just knowing if it's in an HOA or not to at least highlight, do I need to do more research, is a very basic piece of information that's easy to get.
It sounds like there are a lot of people out there talking about, hey, you can go get a tax lien or a tax deed for $100, $500, $1,000, and property's worth $300,000, and you're going to strike gold, and $1,000 will make you $300,000, and you're going to get rich overnight. Pretty much sounds like you need to do more due diligence. The position of the deal may look that way, legitimately look that way. $5,000 for $1 million lot. That's on paper. It's there. But there's ramifications to those type of deals if you don't understand the back end. So doing the due diligence is important. And again, you can do all your due diligence through Tax Sale Resources. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the alert bell so you can keep up with the latest posts and updates from Tax Sale Resources here at Tax Sale Starters.